Here we go, the simple three-word catchphrase that every single Manchester United fan wanted Fabrizio Romano to tweet out this week. If you've been living under a rock and have just been disconnected from this entire transfer window, it's the saga that it seemed like would never end. Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United, the deal is all but confirmed, thank the Lord. Edward Wood finally got the pen and paper out and he is a Manchester United player. After a reported £68 million United splashed on the Portuguese playmaker, Sporting's best player has been poached and he'll be playing his football in the Premier League from now on. However, how will this look like for Sporting now going forward? How is the club going to react? What are the future plans? It is all up in the air at the moment because that is a major loss. So today, you know what? We're going to undergo the life after Bruno Fernandes challenge here at Sporting Club de Portugal. A quick shout out to today's video sponsor, it is OneFootball. If you're looking for the latest transfer rumors, news, videos and everything the footballing world has to offer, make sure to check it out. The app is completely free and it's available both on iOS and Android. You can track your favorite Wonder Kids, competitions, teams, stats and much more. The download link is in the description. It's a must-have app for every football fanatic. So here are all the rules and objectives of the life after Bruno Fernandes challenge. Number 1, we have to sell the man himself, Fernandez, for over £68 million in the January transfer window. This is going to allow us, in order to progress through to step 2, replacing Bruno with a marquee central attacker midfielder with an overall or potential of over 86. In the meantime, with all that transfer activity going on, we have to continue to grow and develop young Portuguese youth academy talent at the club. In terms of silverware, number 4, we have to win the Portuguese League, the Cup, and a European trophy, either the Europa League or the Champions League, all in the space of a 3-season time limit. Let's get straight into it. So if you guys do go ahead and enjoy this little rebuild challenge, make sure to slap a like on it down below, hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on so you never miss out on any videos being uploaded to the channel. We are so close to 50,000 subscribers, I can almost taste it. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and also comment down below what other challenges you'd like to see us achieve on the channel. Anyways, with that out of the way, it's time to take a look at our current starting 11, and obviously we all know that the massive loss, this major loss to this team will be Bruno Fernandes come January, but for now, he's the captain and the highest rated player. In terms of young Portuguese talent, we don't really have too much in comparison to other clubs in Portugal, with the main highlights being our starting goalkeeper, Luis Maximiano, a 20-year-old up-and-coming midfielder, Miguel Luis, 20 years of age, and he's showing great potential, and also Pedro Mendes, the 19-year-old target man with a man bun. As we scroll down to more of the lower-tier youth players such as Rodrigo Fernandez, Rafael Camacho, Eduardo Quaresma, and of course, Diogo Sousa. Otherwise, this Bruno Fernandes money is probably going to come in clutch and is going to help us out in terms of developing this squad in the transfer window. We need to bring some more elite talent, try and focus the squad around Portuguese players. So taking a look over at the transfer budget, we have £42 million to play with. Obviously, after we sell Fernandez in January, we're going to be living it up. I'm expecting over £100 million to be in the budget for us to just go crazy on. For now though, what I really wanted to do with some of this money was spend it on a youth academy scout. We're going to set up a scouting network, obviously in Portugal, so we can find a few talents. Who knows, this might fall flat, or we might find the next Ronaldo. Who knows? Let's see what our scout can find in our homeland of Portugal. Replacing the likes of Bruno Fernandes is going to be a gargantuan task. We have got to start scouting now. I'm sorry, Bruno. It's nothing personal. Business is business. In terms of the challenge, we're going to have to do it. We're adding him to the transfer list, but hey, that is the name of the game. Let's hope a few top European clubs get baited into bidding for him, and let's hope it's Manchester United. So in order to fulfill our third objective, focusing on the Portuguese youngsters at the club, we've gone ahead over to the training ground, assigned some drills to the likes of Pedro Mendes, Miguel Luis, and Maximiano, our goalkeeper. Hopefully that can grow and develop rapidly. Believe it or not, every single other club in the world have come after Bruno Fernandes besides Manchester United, Real Madrid, Inter, Lazio, and Arsenal now. I'm still waiting for that perfect offer from United, but they're yet to bid on him. So the transfer window is over. No bids from Manchester United, but we're going to simulate to January, the halfway stage. It's where we're going to get our transfer business underway, and also going to be selling Fernandez. The first bid that comes in for him, I'm selling. See you at the halfway stage. And it's taken until deadline day, but we finally have a deal for Bruno Fernandes. The day has come, and after the summer of so many transfer offers, it was all quiet on the transfer front until deadline day now, as the German outfit Borussia Dortmund come in with an £83.2 million offer, beating out literally every single other team that's bid for him. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that. We got no more time to waste, as that is well more than enough funds to go ahead and improve this team. So we're going to cross our fingers and pray that this deal gets over the line. Come on, Bruno. And here we are. It is our Bruno Fernandes replacement, Anderson Talisca, for £48 million. What a storyline we have here. It's the ex-Benfica Brazilian playmaker. He arrives from Granzu Evergrande, and he does qualify for the rules. He is 84 overall, but he has a potential of 86 plus, so he fits straight into that marquee slot, and we're going to ensure that life after Bruno Fernandes is going to be better than life with Bruno Fernandes. And I mean, hey, we got so many more transfers to get over the line, but that is a more than healthy start to our life after Bruno. There we have it. It is the confirmation of Fernandes joining Borussia Dortmund. He is off to Germany, joining the Bundesliga outfit, and there is our sweet £83 million in the bank. We've secured the bag, made even more than United spent on him in real life, so I guess we're the ones winning here in FIFA 20. And once you guys see what we've got in store for this club after this sale, it is going to be absolutely gargantuan. Unfortunately, it wasn't United in the end that snatched him up in FIFA 20. Funnily enough, they didn't even offer throughout this whole entire transfer period. Borussia Dortmund finally get their man. And with our newfound wealth, we've managed to put it into good use. Let's just say we've recuperated a lot of talent. We're going to start off with Francisco Trincao, the young Portuguese super talent from SC Braga, arrives for 16.5 million. Then the Tottenham new boy in real life, arriving from Burnley in this game, Jedson Fernandez, 21 years of age. He's going to be a powerhouse in the middle of the park, sitting in that midfield three. Then we have another little controversial one. It is a transfer arrival from Benfica. It is Jota, a nice little young player in there as well, 20 years of age. And then we have one of our first little swap deals here. It is our first non-Portuguese player, Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian striker. He is joining up with Anderson Talisca, 20 years of age, with a swap deal for Luis Felipe, plus £7 million. Romario Barro also joins over from Porto. We are just stealing basically all our rivals' young talent at the moment, and I'm living for it. £10.2 million spent there. We also have Rafael Leao arriving from AC Milan, an ex-Lille talent. And then we have another ex-Lille talent with Renato Sanchez now. Another little swap deal with Mateu, the aging centre-back, plus £10.6 million. Renato Sanchez, hopefully he can revive his career back in the homeland. The Wonder Kids do not stop though, as we finally concrete the last few signings, as we have Ruben Vinagre. A few players we needed to purchase in order to upgrade a few positions in our starting 11. He arrives from Wolverhampton, and then another rival from Benfica. It is Thomas Tavares, the right back. And I mean, if that isn't a more than hectic transfer deadline day, I do not know what is. In the last few hours, we absolutely went ham, destroyed the market, and was super productive. I am happy with all our business and how life is looking after the departure of Fernandez. So far, we're currently sitting in third position halfway through the season, but after stealing talents off the likes of Braga, Benfica, and Porto, we've really got a shot at the title. In the Taca Portuguesa, the Portuguese Cup, we're up against Benfica in the semi-finals, so that is going to be absolutely insane. Alright then, in the Europa League, we managed to get out the group there, finishing in second in Group D, PSV advancing in first, and look who we're up against in the round of 32. It is Bruno's new club. UEFA have done us dirty there, but okay, that is a massive storyline we've got developing right now. So this is how our revolutionized new look starting 11 is lining up. Obviously, Talisca in the middle, Cunha, Trincao, and Romario Barro, the brand new front three. Jedson Fernandez and Wendell are going to be the two midfield partners for now. We have Tavares, our brand new right back, Coates, Neto, Acuna, and of course, Maximiano in goal. With a strong Portuguese and South American core, the vibes are feeling pretty strong right now. We've got the squad depth, we've got the numbers. Now we need to go out, get these results, continue to grow and train. So let's see how the lads perform and gel together in the second half of season 1 without Bruno. And here we are, the end of our first season, and the title race just fell through the drain right there. We finished in third, 13 points behind league leaders Porto. It was a transitional season. We got a lot lot to improve on. An attacker Portuguesa, our run got stopped right there to runners up in the league. Benfica 2-1 on aggregate. And who would have guessed Bruno Fernandes came back to haunt us in the round of 32 match up against Borussia Dortmund. They defeated us. They tore us to shreds, to be fair. 5-2 on aggregate. Embarrassing from the lads. I mean, there's not much we could expect this season. We did put up a good fight domestically, and this is how our main performers are looking. Halfway through the season, Talisca joined us, and our marquee man was actually one of our best performers. 12 goals and 3 assists. Wendell, the Brazilian midfielder, with 12 goals and 10 assists. Jovan Carbal off the bench from Cape Verde, he scored 11 goals and 6 assists. Pedro Mendes, the target man up front with 10 goals. Francisco Trincao with 5 goals. A lot of the players that joined us in January having little to no impact whatsoever. But of course, we've got 2 more seasons to go, so there is way more room for improvement and, form together as an actual unit and a system. Mateus Cunha was probably our most disappointing signing of the year with 0 goals and 0 assists in there. Jetson Fernandez not getting too much action. But hey, we got this guy from West Brom, Matthias Pereira, another Brazilian to join the squad, and that's kind of like a new signing, I guess. But I can assure you, we are going to focus more on improving our defense next season in the transfer window. We've got to go all out, otherwise the results need to come. Otherwise, Sir BCHD might be down at the job center come Monday morning. Well, that is that. I am lifting the bar, raising expectations for our second stint here in Portugal. Alright, the board have gifted us with just over £60 million to spend in this transfer window, so let's get down to business. It is going to be a massive summer. And as promised, we start off this transfer window by signing 2 absolutely brilliant centre-backs for the squad. We have Luis Felipe arriving from Galatasaray. He was originally from Lazio, but now the Brazilian will join us as a starting centre-back alongside another little controversial signing. I know we've made a lot of transfers over from Benfica, but hey, that's the name of the game. We're playing hardball and we're coming for that title. Vettel joins us for £18.5 million. 23 years of age, 80 overall. They're going to be our brand new defensive partnership. And we've squeezed the remaining of our transfer budget on another little upgrade in midfield. And yet again, it's another controversial transfer, I know, but it needed to be done for £21 million. Chiquinho, the center attacker midfielder, 24 years of age from Benfica, joins us on a 4-year deal. And you all know it couldn't be a BCHD video without some swap deals. We managed to conjure one up with that West Brom loanee player we received back. He is headed the other way to Benfica. And as the transfers keep on coming, simultaneously, we've still continued on our promise in developing the youth academy. This is how the youth squad is looking, with some high potential, promising youth talents emerging through our ranks, alongside some players who we've gone ahead and promoted from the youth academy. A lot of them have potential to be special or even getting targeted by some clubs, and yeah, they might develop into some world-class Portuguese talents, but we're continuing on the homegrown tradition. And in order to raise a few funds after we went on a little bit of a spending spree, we haven't really sold anyone after Bruno Fernandes, so here we go, some departures to get through. We've got Ruiz off to Kuyanaspor for £8 million, Plata off to West Ham on loan, Enrique off to Sevilla for 9.2, Ivan Fernandez, our centre-back, off to Nantes for £7 million, Batalha off to Ajax for 8.6, and then Luciano Vietto moving over to Atletico Bilbao for 10.7. So our extra burst of cash and those departures have all funded a brand new marquee centre-back signing of Axel Zagadou. £26.8 million, the Frenchman arrives from Borussia Dortmund, and what a signing we have on our hands here. We've just gone ahead and gone all out on our defense this time around. And our last few activities of the transfer window will be us cutting the fat of the squad. We are trying to get rid of the deadwood here with Paulinho off to Arsenal for £11.8 million, a youth academy talent on loan to Toulouse, and we have a Diaby off to Lille for £7.2 million. The time has come. We're looking better than ever. Season 2. We cannot wait. Portugal ain't ready for us. Europe ain't ready for us. We are living the high life right now. In all honesty, we're coming for the throne. There's nothing you can do to stop us, so let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. Picture this. Last day of the season, we are tied on points with Porto. 1 game to go, and Porto are facing Benfica. So all we need to do is them to drop points, as we are playing, I believe it is like Belenenses. I've never heard of them. We're away, so we should go ahead and take the W. I'm feeling confident about this one. It's our starting 11 for the title. Come on, Benfica, do the job on Porto. Let's get this win 3-0. Benfica won against Porto right there in the latest scores. Get in there. It is Wendell with a double and Trincao on the score sheet for the title. And it came down to the final day, but we edged it in the end. What a trophy. Look at that. That is probably the best trophy I've ever seen in football right there. And it looks even better with those green and white ribbons on it. Sporting Club de Portugal are Portuguese domestic champions once again. I still can't get over that trophy, but hey, it's Maximiano with the goalkeeper of the tournament award as well. As we edge out the league by 2 points, we gotta thank our rivals Benfica. Porto have slipped from first to third. An absolutely drama-filled end to Season 2 on the last day. On the other hand though, unfortunately we can't say all too much about the Portuguese Cup. We lose 2-0 in round 1 to Benfica, so we're gonna get our revenge in that in Season 3. So if it wasn't Bruno Fernandes Dortmund in FIFA 20, it's Fernandez's Manchester United coming out to get us in the semi-finals. We lose 4-1 on aggregate, and that is the closest we've gone in Europe. Believe it or not, that was our only shot at the Europa League, as we do have Champions League football to look forward to next year. And here are our lads, the league champions, top performers of Season 2, and it's our marquee paying off in dividends. Anderson Talisca, I knew he would absolutely flourish and thrive in this squad, and he's our top goal scorer, 30 goals and 13 assists. Definitely the MVP, worth every single penny, alongside Rafael Leao, the striker, with 28 goals and 6 assists. Wendell, the powerhouse in midfield. 2 Brazilians absolutely dominating there with 18 goals and 11 assists. Francisco Trincao with 16 goals and 7. Pedro Mendes following up his decent Season 1 with 10 goals. Acuna, always a squad contributor there with 6 goals and 4. Again, Renato Sanchez with 4 goals, now 81 overall. Vinagre, our left back, going up, performing up to standard in his first season out. Fedor with 2 goals. Chiquinho kind of expected a bit more, but hey, 2 goals and 8 assists, 10 goal contributions. And what is it with Matheus Cunha? Thankfully, we picked up Leao because I think he's had over 40 appearances for the club. He hasn't got a goal. He hasn't got an assist. That has got to be the flop of the century. And here we have him, Maximiano. He didn't get the goalkeeper of the tournament award for no reason. 1 assist and 20 clean sheets. As we're slowly progressing, building this dynasty brick by brick. We've still got some unfinished business to achieve in Season 3. We're going for the Champions League and we're going for the Portuguese Cup. So if we could at least get one of those, that would be brilliant. However, the challenge requires us to get a sweepstake of all 3 trophies. It's going to be a gargantuan climax to the challenge, so strap yourselves in, buckle up, because it is going to be one hell of a ride. So it's the 3rd and final season of the transfer window, and you know we have to pull out at all stops in order to get the ball rolling. Here we have Jonathan David after that terrible signing of Matheus Cunha. They're going to be seeing switching clubs in another cheeky little swap deal. We are going to obtain the Canadian as a 21-year-old arrives for £15.2 million, plus the Brazilian going over to Belgium, and of course he can play up top in the midfield. He's just another great attacking player who is going to add a bit more firepower to the front 3. And you just know we are balling right now with all this newfound Champions League money. We're on top of the world, and we are upgrading positions by positions. Basically, in the right back spot, we've gotten over the Algerian Youssef Altal from Chelsea, £35.6 million. It's a flat fee, a fat figure, and it's another player that is going to take that defensive department to the very next level. And it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Our Champions League group stage draw gets revealed. And let's see who we're up against. I know we're trying to make as deep as a Champions League run as possible. If we could take out the title, okay. Let's just stop it there. We're drawing up against Arsenal and Real Madrid in Group B. There is our Champions League plans flushed down the drain. Surely we could cause an upset. Try get past Group B and into the round of 16, but it is going to be one mammoth task. Hey, I knew life after Fernandez was always going to be tough, but not this tough. We're going to finish off deadline day. I do know we could have done a bit more with the squad, however, I'm going to trust in the youth. We're giving some opportunities to the young prospects, and our time is now. Let's see what our final season delivers, and could Sporting finally win some more silverware without Big Bruno. And you have got to be kidding me, man. Oh, that is absolutely the unluckiest route it could have possibly gone. 12 points apiece between Real Madrid, Arsenal, and Sporting. Okay, we're back to the Europa League. We go again. In Europe still, don't worry, we're still fighting for our lives. Besiktas are taking us on in the round of 32. And you just knew we had to go back to back, didn't you? Season 3 has come to an end, and we win the title once more by 2 points. 97. We were 1 win away from that 100-point range. Benfica, obviously 2 points behind us. Porto in the top 3 yet again, but we just reigned dominant domestically. Now, the Portuguese Cup was something we needed to improve on, and we have done just that. Going all the way to the final against Porto. We're going to simulate that game to see who takes out the Taça Portuguesa. But yet again, we have just killed it on the domestic front. Now, we all saw our heartbreaking Champions League elimination in the round of 32 of the Europa League. It was a 3-2 victory on aggregate against the Turkish outfit Beşiktaş. We won on penalties to PSV. Okay, we had a bit of slice of luck going our way against the Dutch outfit. And then up against the capital of Italy, Roma, we get away with a 3-2 aggregate victory. And then it's a 4-3 aggregate victory against Monaco. We literally ventured all across Europe in this competition, and we've edged it out to go ahead and face Olympic Lyon in the Europa League final. So there's not one but 2 trophies on the line in our last 2 games of the season, in our last 2 chances to win the challenge, to complete it. And of course, we're up against Portugal's best in Porto. They've been second, they've been third in the league. And now, it is our time. Anderson Talisca, what a story. Missing the penalty and then getting the one and only goal of the match to take out the Portuguese Cup. He was our marquee replacement for Bruno Fernandes. And at the end of the day, it seems like it was the right decision. The Brazilian comes back to haunt one of his former rivals. Get in. And I don't think it's as beautiful of a sight to behold than the actual Portuguese League trophy, but there it is, the Taça Portuguesa, and it's the domestic double accomplished in Season 3. We've done the double, and now we've won the league back-to-back. It is time to shift our attention towards Europe, conquer the continent. And here is a look at the starting 11. Acuna has picked up a suspension. Atal has a bit of a knock, but he will play tonight. Now we have our sights set on one trophy, and one trophy only. We want that European crown. It is our chance for redemption. We all know we got robbed in the Champions League. So let's see if we can take it out. And there we go. It is Portugal's own Francisco Trincão. 1-0 in extra time. It was a ball 0-0 draw in 90 minutes. We had to take it the distance. And in the 97th, we believed in them like all these players in this squad. And it has worked to absolute perfection. Get it. There's nothing better. We have secured the treble. It's on lock. A domestic double. And of course the Europa League. I know it's not the Champions League, but we didn't specify any European trophy in 3 seasons. Would have been good enough to complete the challenge, and there we have it. So here are our main performers in our treble winning season, and you just know Anderson Talisca has been an absolute machine, the MVP 3 seasons running, and we're looking fresh to death with that golden Portuguese winners patch on the jersey, well deserved, alongside Rafael Leao leading the line, 22 years of age, and he scored 33 goals on 5 assists, a brilliant hitman over from AC Milan, and then Francisco Trincão. I mean, there's not much to say about this Donny. He scored the winning goal in the final, and that's probably the most important goal he's going to ever score. Renato Sanchez underwent a little career revival here at Sporting Lisbon. 11 goals and 16 assists from midfield alongside Wendell. 8 goals and 11 assists. Jovan Cabral took a few injuries in the later parts of the season, but 4 goals and 6. Mendes got outshone by Rafael Leao, as we'll move down and see our centre-backs got a few goals here and there. Unfortunate stuff for the likes of Bardo, Luis Fernandez, and Jota, not with too much game time this year, but I guess our star performers really took over and took all the limelight, as we have Luis Maximiano, our one and only man in between the sticks, with 29 clean sheets. So we've replaced Bruno Fernandes, the player who's been carrying this Sporting squad for quite a while now, with Anderson Talisca, who carried on his legacy, carrying us throughout the seasons, and he was our marquee man. We kept the tradition of young Portuguese talents in the ranks, and of course in the starting 11, and obviously we took out the silverware needed in the 3-season time limit. That is going to be it for the Life After Bruno Fernandes challenge. If you guys did go ahead and enjoy, please make sure to smack a like on it down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications, as we are getting so close to 50,000 subscribers. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. Also comment down below what other FIFA 20 challenges you'd like to see me take on in any upcoming videos. As always, I've been BCHD. Hopefully you lot all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.